you live worldwide at 1:41 p.m. time, just outside of Toronto. Hola, so good to see everybody. Hope you're doing wellsies. Come on in, stay for a while. Let's get together and feel alright. What's happening, Rizzard? Yeah, buddy. Rizzard, first one in the house. Good to see Rizzard. Let us know how you guys are doing. Let us know who's here. Drop your scent of the day and lick the stream. Give the stream a good lick. Licks are free. Thank you for licking the stream, by the way. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of your licks. Now, for those of you that don't lick it, I mean, don't feel obligated to lick, but licks are appreciated. Right, Rich? Yo. People pay for licks. People pay for licks. When they go to the ice cream shop, they pay for licks. Like $10 to do a lot of licks. But here, licks are free. And we're way better for you than ice cream. And we taste just as good. What's happening, Paroli? Abraham, I never lick. I don't know how to. You poor thing. Couldn't imagine life without licking. I'm sorry to hear that. We're going to teach Lily how to lick. Maybe we'll start by licking this. A lick Bois Studio. Mysterious Woods. Good thing to practice on. How is everybody doing? You still listen to Mike Hawk? Yes, I do. Fucking prick. I remember you calling this perfume a guy with a boxy head. Man, was I the guy with the boxy head? Probably. What's happening? Yeah, maybe. I don't remember saying that, but maybe because it's boxy, it's really square. But this is one of my favorites. I don't know why I would say that. Super spicy. Maybe that's why. And woody. And oody. And ambery and churchy. And all of the good stuff. All like the woody, spicy, incensey, masculine stuff. And look at the color. Orange. I find this orange or brown. I don't know, but super woody. I wonder if the bottle signifies like the color of the spice, because it is quite spicy. It's got like cumin and bay leaf and pepper, a lot of pepper, very spicy. I was eyeing a bottle of Songe de Bois de Thé. Yeah, good eye. If you don't have one, if you don't have this in your collection, I have to ask, like, why? Why not? Why don't you have this? Is there a reason this is not in your collection? Buongiorno, mi amore. What's happening, Lurker? Probably says I was eyeing a bottle. Okay, so what's going to happen? Are you going to grab one of these or what? Armani Blue Lazuli, scent of the day. Dushan, good to see. Dushan says, breaking news, I found another Centurion Derby. Oh, yeah, buddy. Good stuff. Cough, cough. Don't choke on it, Lily. Don't choke. Lily went from doesn't know how to lick. I never like that. If I wear a flannel shirt, I don't like to wear anything because I don't like fragrance staying on my clothes. I mean, okay. Are you afraid that it won't come off in the wash or something? What's happening, Michael John? Good to see Michael John. Lily has COVID. That's exactly the color I imagine when I smell it. I mean, there's a lot going on in this perfume. This is, God. I mean, it's incense and leather and smoke and lots of woods, like, I guess that would be the oud. I guess there is oud in here, right? But this is really the perfume that got me into the Guerlain boutique. Like, I was seeking this out. This is Middle Eastern style, spicy, woody, oriental. And I kept hearing about this. This was called Songe d'un Bois d'été before it was repackaged. So lots of people say it's not the same perfume. Oh my God, it's not. Well, I mean, it's damn close enough. It's close enough where I consider them the same. And I remember going into the boutique, like just looking for this Middle Eastern thing. When I first smelled it, it was like, oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love it. And then just being there gave me the opportunity to discover so many other amazing things, like all the classics. Like here I was, like in paradise. It was like a perfume lover's paradise, right? All by coincidence, just because I wanted to smell this, and the only place that it was carried was at the Guerlain boutique in Toronto. And then there you're like, oh my God, look at all these beautiful, precious babies. They had these massive factuses, or they weren't even factuses, probably like pure parfum in these 1 liter crystal baccarat, beautiful flacons and stuff like that, right? You had all of these, you know, all the parfum concentrations to all the old classics, which were like just really deep and rich and full and amazing. And it just became like, you know, going into that boutique the first time, the Guerlain boutique, it was like rediscovering perfume, like all over again for the first time. Almost that sort of feeling, you know, because here's like this completely different avenue of perfume that I've never really knew existed at that time. You know, it was so different from the things that I was wearing. What's happening, Zhao? Yeah, buddy, good to see Zhao. Bois Studio is more woodsy or more leathery tea. It's both. It's spicy, it's woody, it's leathery, it's smoky, it's dirty, a bit animalic, ambery, incensey, you know, it's got everything. Leather, oud. It's hyper masculine, like it's vigilantly masculine. A lot of sharp edges, a lot of cutting edges, like woody edges to this, but spice galore. Really spicy and masculine and Middle Eastern. It might be one of my favorite Middle Eastern perfumes, to be honest. I love the use of spice in here. They're crackling and popping. You know, the woods, you can feel that, you can sense the woods and the embers crackling and popping in here. It's definitely camphorous and smoky and all of that, you know, just churchy. It's almost like a fire. You've lit a fire inside of an old church. Spaced is decluttering his 3-bottle collection. Lick the Stream. I like the bottle design, has an oriental vibe. Yeah, I mean, totally. The line is kind of, you know, dedicated to Middle Eastern, oriental type fragrances. So they're thick and rich and bold and deep and complex, and they're all the good stuff, including filled with tons of aroma chemicals. These things. Bois Studio is stunning. Yeah. The new Habit Rouge Parfum, absolutely love it. The new Habit Rouge Parfum. I have the OG Parfum. What do you mean the new? I've not heard of a new Parfum. Scent of the Day, Hermes Ombre Narguil. Nice big smoky tobacco. I love that. Queer Intense is also great from this line. Queer Intense, the big smoky leather. It's super smoky. I love it too. It's so fresh. There is a little bit of freshness in here, right? Like for contrast. Let me put some on here. But I love, like, if you love cumin, it does have a little bit of that BO effect, you know, the sweaty body. That's probably where the dirt kicks in from, is the cumin. I love this perfume. I still have it sampled from Dubai. Yeah, the perfume is amazing. I think this is one of Thierry Wasser's best works. Songe d'un bois d'été, Bois Mystérieux, maybe Santal Royal. It's weird, like his best perfumes are Middle Eastern, but you know, it's crazy. I wasn't into Middle Eastern perfumes at all. I was just kind of into French things. And it's like it took a classic French house to get me into Middle Eastern perfumes. Like it was their Middle Eastern perfumes that drew me there, right? And I guess that's their way of getting new customers, and that's why they're constantly trying new things. Guerlain is the master of trying new things. They are quite innovative and trying to get new people to try their products. You know, if it worked for me, I'm sure it's worked for so many other people too. Nice leather face shirt. Thank you. Space says, I can't finish a bottle to save my life. I want to buy Quid Russie, but people say it's too feminine, so I haven't bought it. That's what's holding you back, is what people say. Why does it matter to you what people say? Do you like it? If you like it, wear it. Doesn't matter what anybody says. If it's too feminine or that shouldn't. That would be the thing I'm least concerned about. I will put this on after my shower. Carl, what's happening? Scrub those abs. Actually, do you still have abs now that, you know, the winter arc is here? Are they gone hibernating? How many abs do you have? Was Bois Mystérieux discontinued with the new bottle change? You know what? I keep hearing that it has been. I don't know for certain, but I would be afraid that it is. You can see my fill level is about just about there, so I've got enough to last me a couple of years at least. Yeah, but I would be definitely afraid if they were discontinuing this. I would want a bottle for myself, but I've still got a full bottle of Songe, and I've got decants and decants of Songe as well. What cologne do you recommend for someone who wants to smell like sweaty balls? This is a good choice. I get a bit of cumin from, yeah, I get a lot of cumin from this. Have you tried any from the Guerlain Le Bolshoi line? I can't remember right now. But is that the Russian exclusives? Have you tried Boss Bottled Absolute? It doesn't come to my mind. It doesn't ring a bell. 2024 Habit Rouge Parfum. A lot of people compare it to Dress Code. That's interesting. I would love to smell it. And I wonder if they've probably dug up an old archived Habit Rouge. Like, Guerlain love to do that stuff. They'll discontinue, like they've discontinued the Parfum. They've had a Parfum before. They've discontinued it. It could possibly be a Dress Code. That's interesting. I would love to smell it, just to compare. Bois Mystérieux, Musc Noble, and Encens Mythique aren't in the new line. Happy Thanksgiving! Yes, happy Thanksgiving to all my American friends eating turkey and gravy and mashed potato and stuffing and cherry cheesecake or blueberry cheesecake or whatever you guys are having and watching football. That's amazing. I kind of wish I was home watching football and gorging down on turkey and, you know, just like insulating myself. But we had our day last month. But anyway, yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. I think it's like the Detroit Lions and Chicago Bears, so that should be fun. And tonight it's the Cowboys and, is it Cowboys and Packers? Good game, big game, good day. Good day to be a football fan, good day to be American, good day to be grateful. Happy Thanksgiving. Usually I just smell like shit. That's okay too. A lot of people smell like shit. Even the ones that do wear perfume smell like shit. Tonka Imperial and Encens Mythique are the best he's done for Guerlain. Yeah, Tonka Imperial and Ensemble Mythique. Okay. I thought Dress Code was pretty good, although it's like a flanker. I really liked his Mademoiselle Guerlain. Like, it was a Galbanum. It was a marshmallowy Galbanum. I really liked that one. It never really took off, though. I think it was kind of a predecessor to Le Petit Robe Noir. What else did I like of Boissers? Like now, many years later, I've come around to Santal Royal. Like I can enjoy Santal Royal much more than I was able to before. But yeah, I like Tonka Imperial as well. Bobby Dior. Bobby Dior got Dom Paris. Oh man, just before I went live, I was kind of on YouTube and I was like, oh, Bobby Dior uploaded his hopefully unboxing. I was like, should I watch this or should I go live? I was like, I'll go live now and I'll watch this later tonight when I get home. So yeah, good to see that you got Dom Paris. I'm happy for you, man. Just let us know how long before it's gonna be before you get Zuzu, eh? That's what I want to know. How much longer before you get Zuzu? I have a feeling you'll end up with Zuzu. Jackie Zhong, good to see Jackie. Outside of Zuzu, what fragrance do you find yourself wearing most often as of recent? You know, yesterday I went through my my storage for some reason. I was just cleaning out my closet and I was started going through my storage bins. And I was like, let's look at what perfumes I have in here. Maybe I can discover something. You know, and there's a bunch of amouages that I didn't connect, like Epic and Journey and Dia Woman and stuff like that. I was like, nah, Black Pepper was in there. And then I came across MFK Aqua Celestia. I was like, I didn't even know I had this. How did this get in here? Where did this come? Like, what is this? How? So interesting. I didn't even know I had it. So I was like, let's try this on. And I was like, ooh. I was pleasantly surprised. You know, it's this big, sparkling, fresh, clean, super clean, you know, totally inoffensive. Francis Cudjon, of course, musky floral. Right. And I was pleasantly surprised at just how like airy it was and luminous and sparkly and I enjoyed it. I was like, oh my God, this is probably like one of my more favorite things from Francis. Yeah, so I really enjoyed that. I actually took it out of storage. I was like, I'm gonna keep this out of storage. Like this is like, people are always asking me like, what is a good freshie? I think that is a spectacular freshie. Even though by like the dry down, it gets a little bit boring, you know, but it is like this big, energetic rose. It is kind of this fresh mojito-like rose. But yeah, mostly Zuzu. I've been enjoying the hell out of Zuzu. Still enjoying Zuzu. Still wearing Dom Paris. Last night, you know, last couple of days I haven't been streaming. I've been catching up on a lot of rest. I've been getting a lot of rest and doing a lot more meditating. Like last night I meditated out pretty late and I wore a midnight stroll, Gucci's midnight stroll, which is perfect for that. Very incensey and smoky. And the name is perfect too, you know, midnight stroll. Considering I'm out there till like 3, 4, sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning. But something more specific. Zuzu. Just Zuzu, man. Mostly Zuzu. If something comes to mind, I'll let you know. Until Guerlain re-releases Bois Studio under a different name and a different line. Yeah, I'm sure it's only a matter of time. I don't have a sample. I have to blind buy, and I'm hesitant to get Critter Russie because I worry it might be too feminine. I prefer masculine leathers like Le Lion. So which from the Les Exclusives have you tried that you find feminine? Let us know, and maybe we can help. Because, I mean, if you find 22 feminine, Bois d'Azil feminine, yeah, you might struggle with Cuir de Russie as well, because it is a heavy floral. Yet Not Dead, Bois Mysterio, one of my all-time favorites. So glad I have a backup. Thierry at his best. A rare thing, a rare thing. What happened to Thierry? I think Thierry has to jump, eh? He's got to jump ship while he still can and get a job somewhere or start something himself. But I feel like he's not at his best. You know, he's not putting out his best. He's putting out his best with what he has to work with, right? But he's capable of so much more. But I think anybody in his position would be just as locked up and, you know, feeling stuck. Habit Rouge is truly awesome. Which one? Which is your favorite Habit Rouge? Dan, good to see Dan. Missed you, buddy. We missed you too, Dan. We missed everybody. Hope you guys are all doing good. I hope everybody's doing great. Wonderful, fabulous, perfect. Not a good day to be stuck with COVID. Oh, I hope you get better soon. Today I'm thankful Eugene got to have me as a regular viewer. I love Santal Royale. Santa de Lomidial EDP. Here is Santal Royale. What's up, Milos? Everyone is saying Boss Bottled Elixir is one of the best designer releases. I might have to check it out. What's that all about, Boss Bottled Elixir? I mean, Boss Bottled itself is a horrible fragrance. So I think, you know, just adding elixir to a horrible fragrance doesn't make it necessarily better. But, you know, I'd love to try it. And when I say horrible, I mean for me. It was horrible for me. I couldn't find anything enjoyable at it whatsoever. I wish I was getting stuff like my turkey. You're probably not the only one. There's probably lots of others out there that wish they were in the same position. Almost wore Santal Royale today. It's amazing. It is kind of great, eh? It's got a lot of beautiful contrasts. This big plushy rose, but dirty. It almost feels like a homeless guy wearing a lot of rose. Santal Royale over Royal Santal. These newbies are way behind. This guy's covered sweaty balls and animal innards years ago. We have. We've gone even deeper than that. What's happening, Pradeep? Good to see Pradeep. Santal Royale is bold, definitely for somebody who wants to take out everybody from small office space and staying there alone. Yeah, Santal Royale can definitely get stuffy. I think Santal Royale is more stuffy than Bois Mysterio. Do you know that every color tells about a fragrance? Tell us more. Senta de Argos, Birth of Venus. I can't enjoy Celine. They bore me to death and back. What's that trip like? What is your opinion about Patchouli Paris from Guerlain? For me, the smell reminds me of my grandmother's smell. I have a bottle on its way, so I'll be able to tell you more soon. But yeah, I definitely get the grandma vibes. It's very powdery. Iris, I find it quite irisy, and irisy can be, you know, an outdated note. I mean, it can smell like mothballs and powder. But I liked it enough to get a bottle. Bryce's Zuzu is really good. Midnight's Troll. Not a fan, Pradeep? Tried Guerlain Neroli Plein Sud yesterday. Surprisingly good. Yeah, big orange blossom, Neroli, Petitgrain. I like those types of things. Rodolfo, I love you. I love you, Rodolfo. You are loved. Big man on campus, Rodolfo is here. I wore Aqua Celestia Cologne Forte throughout my Puerto Rican trip earlier this year. How did you find it? Thierry tu les abstrais. Yes, we will unleash his demons, his inner demons. Bring him out. Thierry, tell us about your childhood. Let's start there. Abraham is an Amouage Royal incense. I bought it blind and sprayed it, but I really don't like it. I need something darker and more complex. Ooh, interesting. Why did you decide to blind buy it? How did that idea come to your head? Like, did you read a review? Did you watch a review? How did you just kind of fork over this money for something that you've never smelled before? I want to know how that happened specifically. Take me there. I made TLTG reviews give you a shout out on one of his lives. Awesome. Did he? Shout outs to TLTG. Space Boy, try to be thankful of something today. Bobby, what are you thankful for? I'm happy that you got a bottle of Dom Paris. Like, you loved it enough to get a bottle. Yeah, I can feel your energy. What are your thoughts on the current formulation of Antaeus and Kudos? I've been watching a little too much Ramsey as of late. Yeah, I mean, watching Rich and Ramsey will take you down like many rabbit holes, you know? Way deeper than I can with vintage versions. I don't know what to tell you about Kudos. As far as Antaeus goes, I'd have no problem buying the current. I know a lot of the vintage heads would say, no, you gotta get the old stuff. And I would agree, it's better, but at what cost? You know, how far do you want to go looking for vintage? You know, if that's your thing, then go ahead, chase the old stuff. But I'd have no problem buying. I do have the most modern Antaeus as well. I have an older bottle and the modern one as well, so I'm okay with it. What's happening, AW? Love Bois Studio. I feel like a true dad whenever I wear it. Yeah, kind of. It is grown up and sophisticated, right? And it's I find it a dressed up fragrance as well. Like, you can wear this with a suit. You can wear this, I don't know, t-shirt, white t-shirt and blue jeans, you know, and Converse. It's kind of versatile in that way. But great leather note, eh? Almost like this dark motorcycle-like leather. Mixed in with the spices and the woods, the chopping woods, the oud. The bay leaf adds a little bit of greenness to this. But the blend is amazing. The balance it's perfect. Eugene, I watched a review of Le Labo Patchouli 24 where you said it felt unfinished. Do you still think so? I'm considering as a cheaper alternative to Hortus Sanitatis. I think it's great. Patchouli 24 is great the way it is, but all the Le Labos kind of feel industrial to me like that. They feel unfinished or just a little bit too much. I think I love Patchouli 24. I'm a big fan. But all of their fragrances sort of have that texture to them. It's like somebody had punched a hole through the drywall and left, you know, chalk dust everywhere. They'll have that like chalk dust feeling to them. If it doesn't have a long face, Pradeep doesn't like it. my face long. Buama Studio. What's happening, Emilios? Buama Studio smells like dirty, sweaty sex. Hard pass for me, but probably going to reach for my Santal Royal again today. Wore it yesterday, got a compliment last night. I mean, I find it sexy. I don't know if it necessarily smells like raunchy enough to be, I don't know, maybe. I want a black tie. Black tie is great. I sprayed a little bit of black tie. I sprayed a lot of things yesterday. I came home from work and I was just going through all my bottles and going, kind of like shifting a lot of things around, smelling things, spraying things. And I was like, what are some things I'd like to talk about soon? I sprayed some black tie. I sprayed Voice of the Snake. I sprayed Midnight Stroll. I sprayed Gaiac 10. I want a black tie. Yeah. The perfume or the tie? Or both? What's happening, Justin? Good to see Justin. Pradeep says night clubbing is the only one I would have from that line. Bobby says, Eugene, I'm thankful for this small group getting me through this year. Lily gonna take me out some sushi for mom. That would be cool. Yeah, I'm grateful for you guys too, and I'm glad that you got through your thing. You know, I'm happy to hear that. That's great news. Part one, I literally don't understand when people say they don't like a particular brand or company as a whole. The same perfumer who made Moschino Toy Boy made Bulgari Sahar. He also made Aldehyde 44, Dallas exclusive Le Labo, Tom Ford Van Van. So not like a brand as a whole doesn't make sense to me. Because it's the perfumer that should matter more than just dismissing a brand as a whole. Scent of the day, Terre de Hermes, Eau Intense Vetiver. How do you like Samsara EDT? I love Samsara, all of the Samsaras, whichever ones I've tried. I think they're great. I think they're fabulous in terms of like sandalwood perfumes. Daniel, what's happening, Master Cluster? I find there's something sour or acidic in it. Do you get that? Oh, in this? Yeah, definitely. In this? Or in Le Labos? Maybe in both. Yeah, there is something really high-pitched in here. Almost like, I was going to say smelling salts, but I can't even quite grasp what it is. Patchouli 24 is the only Le Labo I have. Fantastic birch tar. Yeah, smoky barbecue sauce. It's whomever is directing the image for the brand. The perfume follows a brief the brand wants for the vibe of the perfume they want to put out. Remember, Jesus loves you. Yeah, but do you love yourself?
Is your phone free? Can I make a call? I'm not. The one that I'm calling is not answering, or maybe not working.
I'm just in the middle of live stream right now. Some guy wanted to use my phone. What's happening, drawn by? Jan Vaznier made Santal Blushny made Moschino Toy Boy, but snobheads, in order to look cool, won't even touch the Moschino, but will praise the Tom Ford. My 2 cents. Okay, sure, that might be true, but they're two very different perfumes, and people just might have a different, like a preference to style. And a lot of criticism for Toy Boy isn't about the actual scent itself, it's over the packaging and the bottle, and yeah, that sort of thing, over the gimmicks of that. I don't know, but you might have a point. You might have a point, but who are the people criticizing? What are your thoughts on Promise? Is the strong Cypriola Accord too much for every day? I don't want to offend others with it. It's too much for me, yeah. Too much for every day. It's too much for, like, once a year is too much, to be honest. It's like Cypriol and apple and patchouli and super dry. Oh, it is a very powerful. It is a powerful punch. I gotta be in a really specific mood to want to wear Promise. I don't promise it anything. I'm not promising, promise. Which of these do you think are the most masterpiece-like fragrances? Patchouli 24, Frederic Malle Promise, or Frederic Malle Monsieur? Please share your top 3. Ooh. I would say number 1, Patchouli 24, Monsieur, then Promise. They're all patchouli powerhouses. Both Patchouli 24 and Monsieur are both really good, actually. They're both really bold patchoulis. It's kind of a toss-up with those ones, actually. But yeah, they're both really, really good. They're strong and masculine, heavy perfumes. Christy is here. Good to see Christy. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Eugene and friends, listening and peeling apples. All right, are you baking apple pie for Thanksgiving? How was Thanksgiving? Bobby Dior said it's his last bottle 30 videos back. We have all been down that road. Yeah, I remember hearing that. I think sometime like Gris Dior ago or something like, was it Gris Dior? After Gris Dior, he said, this is it. I've ended my journey. It was a Dior. I can't remember which one specifically. Or Millie Laforêt. It could have been Millie. Old Millie got him good, but yeah, that's the trick the mind plays. Oh my God, that trick got me so many times. And I would use it to my benefit. I would be like, haha, I'm gonna trick this fucker, or whoever, wherever the guy is. And I'll be like, just one more. And then be like, all right, but since it's gonna be like one more, I'm gonna buy one more perfume and never again, and this is my last time, I'm gonna make it 3. I'm gonna go with a bang, you know, I'm gonna get 3, and they're gonna be 3 good ones, and that's it. And I'm done. That was my go-to. And I would hit 3 good ones, and then I'd be settled for a month. Not even a month. Sometimes it'd be like 5 days. I'd be like, and then the fucking the hole would start all over again. I'd be like, but those 3, you know what? They're good, but they're not exactly what I'm looking for my final 3. So I got to do this again. I'm gonna do this one more time. I'm gonna get 3 more big ones, good ones, and this will completely fill me. It will completely fill my void. and I'll never have to buy perfume again. No, we've all been down that way. Eugene, you ever talked about a Preleonde? I think you should spend some time with this masterpiece. I agree with you, MM. I definitely agree. I need to find a bottle first. Pradeep says Chypre Palatin or Invasion Barbar. Immediately, Pradeep. Immediately, without question, Chypre Palatin. Without any doubt in my mind. Chypre Palatin all day. Nora Oud, message retracted. Bobby says AW, I am done this time. Probably says Invasion Barbar for me, but probably Chypre Palatin for you. Interesting. Hey loves, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Nora. Let us know what you're cooking. Don't give him your phone. You know, if it was an emergency, I would have, but he didn't really, he was just like, don't worry about it. I could have given him a charger, I don't know. But I see him all the time. I was actually sitting here one day and he came and approached me. He's in my parking spot. Like, that's my parking. I told him, bro, that's my spot. You're in my spot, this guy. But yeah, he came and he approached me one day and he's like, oh, I see you here all the time. I see you here all the time. I said, well, yeah, I come all the time. He goes, me too. He's unemployed and he hasn't worked in 5 months. And he's like, yeah, I see you all the time. You kind of look like my dad. You remind me of my dad. You're an inspiration and all. So I was like, oh, thank you. That's really nice of you to say. I said, but, you know, I really appreciate the kind words, but you're in my spot. You know, I come park here every day and I stream from that spot every day. And he's like, no way. Oh, I'll move. I'll let you have your spot. I was like, don't worry about it. I'm just kidding. It is my spot, but don't worry about it. You know, keep the spot. I'll park here. So I've seen him before. Yeah, nice kid. Nice young guy. He's here all the time. I see him all. So, you know, you come to the gym and doesn't matter what time of the day you come, you see the same people over and over and over again. You come in the morning, you see them. You come at night, they're here. The gym is weird like that. Didn't like Chergy in the summer, but it's insanely good in current Montreal weather. Is Grenadille Extreme good? I don't know the Extreme, but I know the EDP is really, really good. For me. Bobby Dior, you said the same thing with Comet. I'll believe it when I see it. Ooh. Did he say the same thing with Comet? I don't remember. I misremember, said Roger Clemens when he was testifying about steroids. And I love that. I misremember. I misremember. Pat Lester, what is happening? Scent of the day, Vanille Havane, my favorite fragrance to wear on Thanksgiving. That is a great Thanksgiving fragrance, actually. Yes, very full, plentiful. Party says, I am getting the itch to finally get Chypre Palatin. What's gotten you itchy, Pradeep? What is kind of like what's holding you back? What haven't you gotten it yet? And what's pushing you forward towards it? Master Cluster says it's called Promise because you'll have to promise everyone you'll never wear it around them again. Yeah, dude, it's super scratchy, super loud. It's super big, boisterous. I wore Promise to bed last night. Yeah, no, you didn't. Promise wore you. When you're laying down, and Promise puts its weight on you, there's no way you're getting up. It's that heavy. It's like a sumo wrestler. I like Frederick Malt Promise only for special occasions. Yeah, it's got to be really special. I get it what he is trying to say. People say things just to look cool. Someone just said, I don't like Celine fragrances, which is a statement that doesn't make sense to me. What doesn't make sense to you, Nora? Prola, you're in middle management, aren't you? Prola's observing. Midnight Stroll is the best fragrance I've experienced, followed by Le Lion. Nothing else triggers my dopamine like these two. Gucci Voice of the Snake felt too simple, like it'd be easily made. Really? Those fill your dopamine centers, eh? That's really interesting. Midnight Stroll is really good. I find something minty in there. And it might not be mint specific, but mentholated. And then, you know, it's mentholated and then it's super dry and raspy and crispy at the same time. It has amazing contrast. You would, like, never really expected this from Gucci. Gucci. It's like a trash brand. Do your kids ever ask to use your fragrances with the amount that you have? It would probably be good. Yeah, they do often. I give them bottles often too. If they like something, I'd be like, here, take it. But yeah, my son, if he's ever going out, like with his girlfriend or their friends, he'll come down into my room and ask to try something new. I'll be like, yeah, I'll recommend him stuff, or I'll be like, here, smell for yourself. I quit buying bottles, but I noticed my brain constantly playing tricks to force me to buy stuff. Absolutely. Your brain, that's what the brain does. That's what the brain does. It's a storyteller. You gotta kick that guy out of your head, because that guy is not you. That's not the real you. I've had to evict a couple of guys from here over time, you know. I do remember the Queer Beluga was the second to last ever purchase before being done. Uh-oh, the receipts are coming out, Bobby. Here come the receipts. I just need that one and my collection will be completed. Biggest lie ever told. Totally, we've all said it. We've all told that lie. More mull before it's too late. Sicily, good to see Sicily. Angelique Noir, scent of the day. Angelique Noir. The green vanilla. Best strategy for quit buying: out of sight, out of mind. Okay, how do you mean that spaced? Out of, like, what? Stay off YouTube, stay off the forums, stay off social media, or what? What do you mean out of sight, out of mind? How does that work? What are we trying to forget here? People only want niche, but little do they know Quentin Biche and Hamid Marathi Kashani are also perfuming for Zara and Middle Eastern brands. People are mostly paying for the brand marketing. In some cases, but you know, in those Zara perfumes, they're not the same quality as some of the higher end designers. They don't feel like the same quality to me. They feel very hollow and intrusive, and I don't believe they're the same quality as a Chanel or a Dior. And maybe they are. Maybe they cost the same to make, but it's a certain style that just doesn't appeal to me. Those Banana Republic perfumes or the Zara perfumes. I mean, some of them are okay. Just making baked apples with salted caramel served with whipped cream, no crust, saving the carbs. I guess you're allowed to forgive yourself for the carbs on Thanksgiving. Is that a thing? That's a thing that I would give myself. I would totally allow myself to, like, have fun. Message retracted. Might have been too spicy. Currently recovering from shoulder injury. I pushed myself way too hard shoulder pressing. Eugene, what's happening? Jonathan, good to see Jonathan. I hope you're doing well. Eugene, friends, hello. Hope everybody is having a great day. Yes, happy Thanksgiving to all our American friends. What's the score? Update us on the score. Detroit and Chicago, I believe. My son was in Detroit last week. He went to a concert. Let me think of the name of the concert he went to. It was a rap concert. Oh God, what was the rapper's name? I should know this. I feel like I should know this, but it's like slipping my mind, just like my clutch. in my Volkswagen. The clutch would slip, and now my mind is slipping. Chief Keef, that's who we went to. We went to go see Chief Keef and some other Diesel D Jeffy. I don't know what his name was, but Chief Keef in Detroit. And I told him, when you're in Detroit, he was messaging me. He's like, I said, get me a Lions cap. Get me a Detroit Lions hat. Because he was there outside of, is it Pontiac Field or Ford? What is it? What's in the field there in Detroit? That's where the concert was. But yeah, enjoy your Thanksgiving, guys. Oh, I love Vanilla Van. I regret not getting this when I could. Bobby has more vanilla than Demi. Ooh, is that possible? How much vanilla do you have, Bobby? I mean, vanilla is so addictive. How can you not love vanilla? Oh, man. How can you hate vanilla? Let's be real. How can you? It's so addictive and delicious. How can anybody not like it? Johnny Blaze, good to see Blaze in the house. Good afternoon, Eugene. Thinking of getting the Neroli Out Renard after trying it at the Guerlain Boutique. Are you a fan of it? Yeah, I think it's a lovely perfume. And I wish I had time to wear it more. It's a nice tea, smoky tea, and a little bit of oud in the base. Really nice, fresh. I'll send you the video where TLTG gave you a shout out. All right, cool. Give him a big fist bump for me. There you go. I know, I was training with a Russian gymnast and he pushed me way too hard. I just didn't want to look weak, so I went for it. Oh, man. Don't do that to yourself, you know? Don't do that to impress somebody else. It's just not worth it. And like, if he was a gym, he should have known better than to push somebody too hard. So you gotta take care of yourself. Like, if you're not watching yourself, nobody else is gonna do it for you. You're responsible for your own self. And if you don't tell him, he's not gonna know. But don't let people do that to you. Omar says Johnny Blaze Out Renoir is really good. Did you try Plain Sud? Both good, but I preferred Plain Sud. Kind of in the same field, aren't they? Neroli Orange Blossom, Petit Grain. Fresh green scents. Scent of the Day, Frankincense by Perfumer H. Scent of the Day, Baruti Berlin in winter. Gucci has interesting stuff that smells more quality than most. Vintage packaging is cool, but the prices. When are you getting Sauvage Elixir? As soon as you put a profile picture, Carl Anderson. Have you smelled Sex and Cognac from Born to Stand Out? I have not. Do I need to smell Sex and Cognac? What do you think of it? The new Tom Ford that's coming 2025 is going to have Aki Galord. Oh, God. It's fucking spreading like COVID, isn't it? Disease. Thoughts on Femme by Rochas. I love Femme by Rochas. I love the spicy, woody, cumin, clove, cedar, rosy thing. I love it. I love it. It reminds me a lot of Coco Chanel for some reason. Plum, so much plum, boozy plum. If you get an old bottle of that, it's heaven. If you are here, you are not out of sight and mind. Must admit, I got a little nauseous about vanilla. I would say stay away from eBay, places where fragrances are bought and sold in general. I don't even watch a lot of reviewers anymore. Most of my favorites left a long time ago. What's still holding you here, though? What's still holding you here? No, the quality isn't the same. I agree. They're very light, but it's just getting the point of perfumers float around. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's only so many perfumers out in the world, and there's so many perfumes being released every day. Like when you walk into the Macy's department store, you got to know that the majority of this was all done by very little people. You know, there's less perfumers in the world than there are astronauts. This message is held for review. You smell good. Zara released 70 plus fragrances in 2024 alone, not exaggerating. They're fast fashion and meh. Yeah, where do you find the inspiration for this? Where do you find, it's probably a lot of AI, I imagine. Maybe a lot of apprentices creating these. I'm struggling now as I want to buy Profumum or Orangea and Patchouli. This struggling has been going for months. So far, I am winning. I am on a buying freeze unless it's to replace favorites. Awesome. I'm glad that you're succumbing to the struggles. How many boxes of Cinnamon Toast Crunch are you eating in this Thanksgiving weekend? You know, so I went through 2 boxes. I bought 2 boxes in the last little while. I ate both boxes, and my mom saw me bring the boxes home, and now that I bought something twice, she has put it into her shopping rotation, and she came home the other day with this massive box of, like, it was the jumbo box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I said, why did you buy this? Why did you buy this? She said, because I know you liked it. I said, yes, thank you. I know I like it. I know, but I don't need you like contributing to this. It's like when I do it, it's got to be like a special time and place. I don't want it all the time, you know? So now this is the 3rd box, and I've already dug into it. As much as I was complaining about it, I've already dug into it, and I'm enjoying them a little too much. Happy Thanksgiving from Germany. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody that is celebrating. I think Canada should celebrate Thanksgiving with the USA. Yeah, I'd be down for that. We had our Thanksgiving last month, though. So Detroit 16, Chicago 0. Nice. Awesome. Cleopatra. Good to see Cleopatra. Hi, Eugene. Hi, everyone. Sent today. Angelique Noir. You're the second one today for Angelique Noir. The green vanilla. At a fragrance workshop in Korea, they try to replicate Voice of the Snake by mixing synthetic oud, saffron, and patchouli. It ended up smelling 99% identical. You can almost be certain that they are using a synthetic norlimbinol note in Gucci's Voice of the Snake. There's no way that's a natural oud, but it smells great, you know, dark and tarry. I prefer it to a lot of other ouds. I prefer it to Dior's Purple Oud. That to me is almost unbearable. Chief Keef concerts are no joke. What does that mean? I like the vanilla in Oud Satin Mood. Oh, you know, I like the vanilla in Oud Satin Mood. I like the benzoin even more in Oud Satin Mood, but the top notes are so... the floral accord in Oud Satin Mood really rubs me the wrong way, you know? They're a little bit synthetic. They're a little bit jarring. I don't know. They feel misplaced. Is it me? Is it the perfume? I don't know. I really struggle with the top of Oud Satin Mood. I don't mind, like, the oud I don't find screechy at all. It's just, it feels more like wood, just like a generic wood than oud. But the benzoin is great. I love the benzoin that FK uses in Grand Soir. I think it's even better in Grand Soir. But it's good in Oud Satin Mood, but the top notes really bother me. The rose, the violet, they feel a little bit synthetic. They feel like, I don't know, just a little bit jarring. But once you get past that point, it's pretty smooth sailing. Is there a correlation with you eating all that Cinnamon Toast Crunch and wearing Zuzu a lot? There's cinnamon in Zuzu, isn't there? And Cinnamon Toast Crunch is quite ambery, and Zuzu is ambery. Interesting point. Yeah, I've been looking for cinnamons. Actually, I sprayed on some Musk Ravageur as well last night. I sprayed on a lot of crap last night, okay, during my meditation. I had some vintage not vintage, but my older Musk Ravageur on as well. I loved Tom Ford's Vanilla Sex Dirty Old Lady Vanilla. Okay, now I gotta try that. Because I have a feeling I might like Vanilla Sex as well. Oh, what's the perfume scene in Korea? I don't think East Asia gets a lot of recognition. It's snowing nonstop in Seoul. One does not simply train with a Russian gymnast. I was in Korea 2 months ago and everyone smelled of clean laundry. Makes a lot of sense why Christian Dior's putting out a lot of those fresh scents. Like a lot of the fresh Dior Privés. And Francis too. Francis uses a lot of these laundry musks. I mean, so much. He overdoses musks and everything. It gets a little bit silly. See, Lily? Vanilla Sex is really made for old ladies who drink milk before bed. Is that the deal? Milk. Your favorite blue fragrance? L'Heure Bleue. L'Heure Bleue. Get along, L'Heure Bleue. Have you tried Rubini? Some good stuff. I've not been able. Rubini. I don't know what Rubini is, Pradeep. We're at 2:43 p.m. 47 in the house. Guys, double tap the screen to like the stream. Licks are free. If you're having a good time, lick the stream. Let's get the licks up. Thank you to everybody that has licked the stream already. Got another lick there. Maybe Antoine Lee could master the Akigawa. Oh, Carl, why would you want to go there, Carl? Why are you? Do you want to ruin things even more? I wonder if Carl was the kid that was in school and he would go around kicking everybody's toys. Carl, don't do this. I'm ironing while listening to a stream. Yeah, that happens. That can happen. Zara is a covert clone house. That's well said, Lily. Your mom is sweet. Yeah, she's very thoughtful. That is her superpower, is thoughtfulness. She's always very thoughtful of other people. Sometimes more thoughtful of others than herself. Hello, what is this live stream about? We are talking about perfume, specifically Guerlain's Bois Mysterio. That is part of their Absolute d'Orient collection. But I mean, we oftentimes get off track and just go into about various tangents on possibly anything. But welcome. Cicely says, just sprayed Bel Homme on getting home. It's sweet and earthy iris, but also a bit bitter in the beginning. I guess that's the ginger. I vet different stuff every time. BA is perfection. I'm glad that you like it. Thank you for saying so, Cicely. Yeah, there's quite a bit of ginger in there. I know you like it. Carl's playing trouble. Carl, a little shit disturber, eh? Stirring it up. Carl want to play with the big boys, huh? Putting a little muscle. Now he wants to come and play with the big boys, huh? I give thanks every Friday. Who are we thanking, Brian? Why just Fridays? Why not every day? You should be grateful every day. Scent of the day, Serge Lutens Ada B. Oud Satin Mood smells like it's for entry-level oud wearers. Extremely sweet. I mean, funny, you can say Grand Soir is entry-level amber, but it's really well done, you know? It's quite addictive. No Chanel boutiques that have less exclusives to try. Snow in Seoul. And global warming. Let's blame that on global warming, too. Have a good stream. Went to antique store and picked up a bunch of vintages last week, including Youth Do. Hi, Kitschy. Good to see Kitschy at the antique store, no doubt. What drugs are you on? I don't do any drugs. Drugs are bad for you. Doesn't sound like they love the night in Korea. Which of the lesabs today are you most proud of? Oh man, they're like my kids. I could never pick just one, you know? My kids ask me all the time, or people ask me, which is your favorite kid? All of them. I love all of them. I love all of them. I couldn't pick just one. But LDE to me was the first, and it was kind of like the most special at that time. But honestly, I love all of them. Which one do you enjoy the most is more important to me. Because I'm like, as part of the creation process, I have to love all of them. You know, I see them differently. They mean something different to me than they do to every single other person out there. I don't get any oud in Oud Satin Mood, just a ton of vanilla rose, which I kind of like, particularly dry down. Yeah, the dry down is nice. Like, yeah, the rosy, actually it's not rose. It's like, I get a lot of benzoin, sweet benzoin, incense, vanilla. The vanilla is nice, and the oud, it's like I said, it feels like a generic wood. Vertical streams dragging the crazies. Yeah, there's 38 of them here now. I'm getting Guerlain's Oud Yuzu next spring. I'll report back when the time comes. Oud Yuzu? Is that the Allegoria line? Hey, Eugene, will you have baklava today? It's not on the agenda, Enrique, but it's good to see you. Are you having baklava? It's not Thanksgiving here in Canada. I just have my usually. No baklava in the plans, but maybe on the weekend. I had some last weekend and I loved it. Yeah, Bel Homme has become a favorite of mine as well. Very complex, never the same wear twice. I love that. Awesome. I love hearing that. Thank you, Jonathan. Isn't it? It's in my top favorites. You'd be pissed like Carl Jr. if you had to shovel that much snow every day. No, it's only in the winter, man. Don't let him make you believe that he snows the snow in the summertime. Nah. Maybe that's where the abs came from. Sorry, I found out the fragrance market is larger in China within East Asia. I wonder what kind of fragrances they're buying, though. I imagine they're very different than what's popular here. Epic Woman smells like rose and incense, but all amouages need to be tried first. Sniff the atomizer of my Bois Mysterio. Haven't sprayed it in a while. Get hints of Oud Essential, some common accord ingredient. Yeah, there is a little bit of overlap between some of the Absolute d'Orient. Oud Essential. I wasn't a huge fan of Oud. It was way too harsh for me. And then again, like doing some of the same things over again. What is the patchouli one called? Patchouli Ardent also does, similar things to this. It has the same spice accord, the same wood accord. I didn't really care for Patchouli Ardent, to be honest. Yeah, Oud Yuzu is part of the AA line. Do you recommend that line? If you like freshies, they're super fresh. I don't really wear my Aqua Allegorias. I tried Amouage Rose and Sensei, but I needed something more masculine. Journeyman was somewhat to my liking. Journeyman is super masculine, hyper masculine. What are your buying habits like these days? A hard limit on how many bottles every month? I don't really have a limit. It's whenever I feel like, or if something comes up. The last two things I bought were basically partials. I think one fell off of a truck. Somebody was selling it here in the area. But yeah, I mean, my buying habits are very different now than they used to be. Like, yeah, I get urges, but my urges go away within a couple hours. As before, is like they never went away until I filled it. I would literally have to fill that prescription. But now it's just like I go out and get some fresh air, and I was like, oh, fucking that intrusive thought is gone, you know. Are you Asian? Yes, I am. Thank you for noticing. If I wore dark roses with patchouli, I would get La Doulette Exquise. To me, it's much better than Portrait of a Lady, which I found really scratchy. Oh, interesting. Thank you for saying so. Grandad is an interesting Korean brand. Grand Hand? Their shops are more like art galleries than retail shops, and perfumers are okay. I imagine 1 bottle a month. You look Asian. It's really snowing in Korea. It's wintertime here. First snow in Korea is a really romantic event for couples. Is that a thing? That's interesting. What's everybody wearing? Let us know what perfume you guys are wearing if you haven't said so already. The only Allegoria I really like is the OG Mandarin Basilic. So refreshing in the summer. I have that. I have a bunch of them. Yeah, but I hardly ever wear them. They're a little bit too airy, light, watery, fresh. Scent of the day, Juby 25. Good to see Antonio. I heard that birch tar will be banned in 2025. Royal Tobacco has that. No, they will probably reformulate it. Ooh, that'd be really unfortunate. I love birch tar. What's your most repurchased fragrance? It's not like I finish bottles and buy them over and over again. I've got too many to finish, you know, but I've repurchased some bottles two times. Guerlain, Cologne, what is the cologne? I've got a couple of bottles. You know, there's some perfumes I have 2 bottles or 3 bottles of, but I don't purchase them because I've finished the one before. I'm worried for Queer to see if that birch tar news is true. That would be super unfortunate. Yeah, Cologne is 68. I think at one time I had 4 bottles of that. I think they're banning heliotrope. They should just discontinue perfume in general. Like, where the hell are we headed? Everything's going to eventually smell like H24. Mine is actually Grand Soir or Oud Bouquet. I think I'm on 2 or 3. Ooh, you like Grand Soir and Oud Bouquet that much? All right, guys, it's that time. It's a good time. 3 o'clock almost. 2:55 p.m. just outside of Toronto. And I go into the gym and do some cardio on the Stairmaster. Do 1 hour, sweat my nut sack off. Get my sweaty pits going. Get the heart flow going, the heart rate up. Right now is cardio. What weights will I hit? I haven't decided yet. Yesterday was pull-ups and push-ups. Pull-ups and push-ups are great. But they leave me super sore in the morning. Every morning I wake up, I feel like I've been hit by a train. It takes me like a good 40 minutes to like stretch and get warmed up. But it's like, I don't want to, some days it's like, I don't want to lay in bed anymore because I feel broken, but I don't want to move either because then the rest of me will break apart. How much birch tar is in Descendre? A lot. A lot. That's what I'm afraid of. There's a lot of birch tar in Descendre. The whole top of it But there's Cade in there as well that gives it that smoky effect. Cade and birch tar. Birch tar would be replaced by Akigala wood. Christy says, scent of the day, Chanel number 5. I'm in charge today. Awesome. That's a Martha Stewart power move right there. Christy is baking pies and wearing number 5. And she's in charge. You are in charge. Don't push your shoulders. Have a great workout. Thank you. Yeah. What am I going to work out today? I think today will be like maybe legs, maybe squats. Yeah, it should be legs. It's been a couple of days since I've done legs. What about you guys? What's everybody lifting today? And I'm fasting, still doing like 20-hour fasts. And those are working pretty good. How much? Yeah. Bye. Treat yourself to ice cream afterwards. Yeah, maybe not tonight. Maybe on the weekend. I won't be tonight for sure. Enjoy the weekend. Thank you, Rizzard. Enjoy the weekend, everybody. Do you guys have Black Friday in Canada? We do. And I think it's coming up soon sometime. George Zaharoff said birch tar ban in 2025. I really love the menthol note in Gucci Midnight Stroll, but I'm not sure where it comes from. It feels like an upgraded version of Frederic Malle Monsieur to me. Yeah, it has that kind of effect, doesn't it? Dark, scratchy, tarry. Yeah, Monsieur and Voice of the Snake and Midnight Stroll, they all have that kind of raspiness. Yeah, but that minty thing, the mentholated thing was really striking a chord with me last night during meditation. You know, it just kind of flowed. It's like sweet. I love wearing perfumes for meditation. Do hip thrusts. I started doing those recently. They're great, eh? Hip thrusts are great. No wonder the girls have been like hogging that hip thruster to themselves all this time. I always thought it was like a girl machine, but no, man, the thing is, it's demanding. It's great for the glutes. My gym is closed Thanksgiving. I wanted to go do cardio, but it's raining outside. Go run in the rain. That's amazing too. You'll feel like a kid. You'll get a little wet, but get wet, Dan, says Lily. Get wet. Pumpkin or apple, very tough one. For me, for Thanksgiving, I would choose pumpkin with some whipped cream. Oh, I'll slip. Dan slips. What is your plan for Thanksgiving? It's not Thanksgiving in Canada. I'm in Canada. They're celebrating in the US. How much do you hip thrust? Usually I put 3 plates per side. Are you more intuitive when doing meditation? Totally. Yeah, I feel very connected and in flow and just at peace. I feel at peace. I feel perfect, actually. Like everything is perfect and well and exactly the way it should be. Meditation is very fulfilling. Everybody should be meditating. And if you're not, what are you waiting for? Why are you not meditating is what I want to know. What is holding you back from like improving your life? Why wouldn't you want to improve your life? You ever been outside the US? I have. I can hip thrust 320. That's a lot. I'd love to wear Midnight Stroll every day, but it's too expensive. I haven't found a cheaper alternative. The closest is Monsieur, but the price is similar, so it's not worth it. How about Comme des Garçons incense? I meditate in my sleep. No, you're dreaming in your sleep, which is a form of meditation, but it's like a hallucinating as well. It's not the same. It's kind of the same, but it's not. You could be traveling in your sleep too. But yeah, meditation is a great tool. It's an excellent tool, and it's no different than weightlifting or cardio. It's exercise for the mind. Do meditation videos, Eugene. I know how to meditate. I know what I need to do for myself. I don't know if I'd be able to teach meditation. But Carl, do you meditate? I imagine Carl meditates. I mean, he seems like somebody that really takes care of himself and loves his life. And I imagine, you know, meditation is a selfless act. Like, you really gotta invest in yourself to meditate. You know, you gotta invest in being alone, from getting away from everybody else and everything else, and just clearing your mind. Oh, thanks for the recommendations. Does Comme des Garçons have a menthol like similar to Midnight Stroll? I'm not exactly sure about that. But you know, a lot of Check Nuit de Feu, a lot of these incense perfumes, they, you know, the mentholation could come from the balsams. Balsams are very incensey, like Gourjou balsams or any sort of balsam. Light went up right now. It's a good time, Bobby. I know what you're trying to do. You're just trying to keep me here. And, you know, I don't hate you for that. I love you for that, but I do really got to get going. I try to meditate on the bus, but if I'm not working when I feel like it, yeah. Yeah, I get it. You know, it's... I totally get it. I understand why people wouldn't, because, you know, it feels kind of like a distraction. They can be doing so many other cooler things, but I assure you, none of those things are really cooler than meditating. Once you learn, like, what it is all about. What's one significant thing you have learned in your life? To love. To love. Meditation will teach you how to love yourself. And Carl asked me, like, Carl mentioned a couple weeks ago that he mentioned, like, back, he was just repeating my own words at that time. It's like, I wasn't really focused on exercise or taking care of my body. It was just like me taking care of my mind. And that's what I was doing, just like talking to myself really positively and, you know, reinforcing a lot of like positive behaviors in myself. And I would journal, you know, I did a lot of journaling and a lot of like reprogramming the subconscious. Subconscious is the most powerful thing in the universe, more powerful than this stupid phone in your hands or any technology you have. The subconscious is the most powerful thing in the world, and everybody has access to a subconscious mind. You can all reprogram it. And Carl asked me, like, you didn't really focus on exercise. And he's right. I was just focused on healing my mind. But at the same time, it was like, it's also getting my mind to program itself to be the best version of itself. And I had no interest in exercising, but somehow it's like my subconscious just kept pushing me. Now that you've taken care of your mind, now that you've taken care of, like, you've gotten rid of any sort of, you know, beliefs that don't really help you and shit like that, you're going to start taking care of your body, right? And it's all subconscious programming that drives you here. It's the subconscious that motivates you. It's the subconscious that inspires. Like, I don't need to watch inspirational videos to come here. It's just like, now it's just a part of practice, you know, taking care of yourself. And that's all led from meditation, you know? Meditation helps get rid of, it's that voice, that lingering voice, that nagging voice, the one that's constantly bringing you down, the one that's talking in your ear. It's that party pooper. Yeah, and then through the process, you just learn to love. You start learning to love your life and your journey and your process and your days and your moments, and you know, you feel good. When you're meditating, you feel good. When you feel good, you know, you start working out, you start looking good, and your life starts changing. All from doing, you know, starting 2 minutes of meditation. Me and my mom are wearing Givenchy organza. Have you smelled that? I can't even recall organza, but I imagine it smells old or dated. I'm kind of surprised that young Nora would wear something like organza, but good on you if you love it. Eugene, your look really suits Monsieur. Frederick Mole Monsieur, yeah? You think so? Even with the Leatherface t-shirt? Please subscribe and please don't cry. I meditate in the shower because there's a routine. All the things required is automatic, so your mind is easier to wander. I wanted to match her. It was between Organza and Estee Lauder Beautiful. That's cute. Loving oneself is very important to not have to depend on others. Happiness is inside. Yeah, absolutely. To not depend on somebody else for your happiness, because that becomes quite heavy too, you know? Imagine how much hard work it takes for you to make yourself happy, right? And now to have like the weight of somebody else's dependency on you, it's a lot. It's a lot. Especially if you're not getting it back, you know, it becomes even more. Can't meditate in the shower. You can meditate anywhere. You can meditate while you're driving, you know. You don't have to be sitting in a yoga position. Because meditation is just simply like separating from thought and just being present, enjoying what is in front of you. Getting rid of that, you know, the inner voice, the self-doubter, the self-talker, the guy, you know, evict that guy. That's what meditation is. It's all about eviction and keeping that place like flowing. Just keep it flowing. Meditation is about flow and presence and just separating from past or future. As much as people want to say you have to be happy with yourself, that's not for everyone. Some people are happier when they found their soulmate or have someone to be with. Everyone is different. Yeah, totally. Different things bring different people, different measures of happiness. You know, some people are more miserable in relationships. I always felt like I was meant to be alone. Like even when I was in a relationship, I always felt like, this is cool. I dig this. Like I love this person, but like, I'm not sure if this is my mission, you know? Anyone else feel like that? They're relying on the outside factor to be happy. I don't love it. I just wanted to match her because it's Thanksgiving and I'm with my mommy. It's super white floral. Oh, that's super thoughtful. Gratitude is happiness. Yes. Gratitude is, gratitude is like the key to life. I know some guys who want to be breadwinner and don't want their girls to work. Everyone is truly different, and what makes a person happy isn't the same for person B. Yeah, and some people want to work, and some people don't want to work. And some people want to provide, and some people don't want to provide. I think El Beautiful was the second perfume I bought for a gift. First was Oscar de la Renta. I don't know why, but spending over $200 on a summer fragrance feels pointless. Nothing beats Dior Sauvage Parfum, even if I paid more. I'm smelling so much Sauvage in the gym, like so much. And I'm noticing it now more than ever. What is going on here? Is there anything else for sale other than Sauvage? It's 5 a.m. in Korea right now, and I couldn't sleep again because I was watching this live streaming. Wait, you couldn't sleep because we kept you up? You couldn't sleep or we kept you up? Which one is it, Abraham? Pick one. Pick one. I don't know my mission yet, I think. Okay. What makes you say that? What makes you say that? That's interesting. Which side are you on? Hey, I'm just checking in with you. Hope you're having a great day. Sauvage is officially one of the most cloned fragrances for boys after Baccarat and Aventus. Guys, it was so good to see you. It's 3:11 p.m. just outside of Toronto. We have 33 in the house, 38 licks. We're 90 minutes in. I'm going to be going. But drop your scent and let us know what you're wearing quickly before we go. I am in Boama Studio, a spicy, woody oriental with oud and leather and Middle Eastern perfume. But I'm going to be enjoying this for the rest of the day. But yeah, guys, we'll see y'all tomorrow, okay? Much love. Have a great day.